Well, well, well. So, we got an interesting entertainment podcast for today. Kotaku made a big stupid in regards to video games, so there's that. We're also going to be talking about the the Demon Slayer movie, which my opinions on it might surprise some people. So let's get to it. My name is Micah Curtis.
Now I'm Alex Baldwin, and what the hell is Kotaku not doing as stupid?
Fair point. Welcome to Micah and The Hatman, regardless. Alright. Sadly, Hatman does not have a pick this week.
Nope. Life happens.
Yes.
Speaking of, life is still happening, apparently.
So, my pick of the week. I watched this yesterday. Because, guys, again, if there's any lag, please refresh the page.
Oh no.
Oh
no.
Please do not do this, or I'm gonna start timing people out. You're starting.
Please, we left YouTube for this. Please don't.
Yeah.
Please don't start.
Okay, so I need to talk about this just to get people in to realize I'm having a bad fucking day. So, I woke up this morning. And I'm ready to go and get my license renewed because I need it for job purposes. So I go out to my car. You know, I hit the keyless entry, power's good, battery's good, etc., etc. And then I get into the car and I turn the key over. Click, 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 click. Starter's not working. So, the DMV is 3 miles in one direction from where I live. And it was raining outside. Ain't no way I'm walking that distance in that. I was also supposed to get a new router today to avoid these issues in regards to lag and shit like that. Can't do that either because the Xfinity store is 3 miles in the other direction. So that's two things that I was glad to get done today that I couldn't get done. Then on top of that, I had mentioned a while ago that I had done some voiceover work for a video game. That I'm told, hey, the video game's going to be coming out soon. Awesome! Fantastic! Then I get a message from the guy who's the head of development on it, and he said that he recast me behind my back. And didn't think to tell me until right now, when the game comes out next fucking week. I'm not in a good mood.
Yeah, that's fucking dirty. That's fucking dirty. Not gonna lie.
Yeah. The dude is lucky that out in public I have not said what his fucking game is and tell people not to buy it. His excuse for recasting me was, well, the tone of the scene changed. And I didn't want to bother you while you were working on while you were working on comic stuff. I'm like, I would have made time to do this. There's no excuse for this.
You got Quentin Flynn.
Yeah.
You got Victor on it.
Yeah.
Without any allegations.
Yeah. I'm fucking angry over this. So today is not the day to test me, guys. Seriously. I'd like to have a good podcast talking about things that I care about. So if you can help me do that, I would appreciate it. Okay. With that said, some of you might remember that I had reviewed. Somebody paid me to review Demon Slayer, the first season of it, based on an incredibly popular manga that apparently outsold the entire comic book industry, which is crazy. And it was a show that I was genuinely surprised that I enjoyed as much as I did. I thought that it was a surprisingly good series for a show, something that kind of borders between a shonen and a seinen, in a sense. And they came out with a movie called Mugen Train that apparently did very well in theaters. And just recently the dubbed version came out on Funimation, and I have somebody who lets me borrow their Funimation account, so I had a look. And this movie is not as good as the first season. Not really. It starts out pretty good. It starts out pretty good. A lot of the stuff, like if you enjoyed that first season of Demon Slayer, you're going to enjoy here, because it's a lot of the same stuff. Crazy demons, weird powers, and in this particular case, it's the demon who is in control of the train can fuck with your dreams and then eats you. Kind of interesting concept, I thought. Like, all right, this is pretty cool. And then, of course, they beat the bad guy as most movies do. So that's not really a spoiler. They bring on a I don't remember the rank of swordsman, but it's basically the elite guys in Demon Slayer Corps, who is a fire swordsman, who you see in the picture in front of you. They bring him in. And he, of course, is a huge help because he's a beast of a swordsman. He's advanced for a reason. And from there, when we get to the last quarter of the film, pretty much like Freddy Krueger in a way. Yeah, it's a lot like Freddy Krueger. There was definitely some Nightmare on Elm Street vibes with the demon, which I thought was really cool. But after they beat the demon and it feels like the movie is over, they throw in a random super high rank demon quite literally out of nowhere to have him fight the super tough guy and kill him. So, all right, my bad. We're now in spoiler territory.
Oh, oops.
That's my bad. Sorry. But
well, you fucked it.
I did. You can you're not allowed to shame me, but that was my mistake. It is I'm just grumpy. So I'm just ranting. So yeah, they kind of contrive at the end for there to be somebody to show up to kill this dude. Like, the dude just shows up and just for the purpose of having a fight with the super strong guy and killing him. That's it. It doesn't really man, y'all are gonna shame me when I'm having a really bad day. I'm gonna minimize chat so I can finish this. So
And we shame the Hatman by association. Fuck it.
So anyway.
Fuck it. Shame the Hatman.
So as it stands, the it feels incredibly contrived. Because, and by the way, like, I saw something in the chat was like, well, in the manga, I haven't read the fucking manga. How the fuck am I gonna know? So in the movie, it comes across as very contrived. Dude just shows up to have the fight to kill the dude. That's it. And it really soured the movie for me. You know, it's like, if you're gonna have this guy, like, set him up, you know, set up the conflict, set up that he is there and why he's watching the situation unfold, you know. So it's just sort of like, just bleh, he's dead. Now have a sad moment. It really was. It just was stupid. It just came out of nowhere, and as such, it ruins the movie. Like, they just didn't stick the landing with this. So when it comes to Mugen Train, and this is the non-spoiler part, Ufotable, of course, their animation is gorgeous. They do a fantastic job. That's certainly not a problem. The characters, if you liked the first season, it's the same characters. They're played the exact same way. You know, it's if you want Nezuko being adorable, you get that too. Like all that stuff is still there. It's just they just really did not stick the landing on this one. You know, I really feel like they needed to rethink how they were going to structure this story. And then there's just no flow into the ending at all. It just happens. And you just feel like you're absolutely just baffled and wondering how the hell you got there. So, I'm not going to recommend this one. Cannot recommend it. Just whenever the second season picks up, you're probably not going to need to watch this to understand what's going on. So.
Oh, fuck.
All right, Hatman.
Yes.
Tell me about Kotaku's God Mode article.
Oh, so that's one way to put it. Kotaku is basically declaring war on Get Good, led by Mr. Rock Paper Shotgun himself, John Walker, because of course it would be. This is the same dude who once advocated for a button that allowed players to skip boss fights. Yeah. So anyway, background information here. Microsoft tweeted something, I guess a little controversial. Not really. I don't know how to describe it. It said beating the game with the lowest difficulty is still beating the game. I mean, okay, yeah, you beat a game on easy, you beat it. Okay.
Let me say this.
Double fine.
So let's actually break them down bit by bit. So that I don't think is that controversial of a statement. Like, because some people just aren't that good at video games. You know?
Right.
And that's why those difficulties exist. Is to get people into it. They're entry-level difficulties. So yeah, you beat it on easy, but you beat it nonetheless. You've experienced the entirety of the game for yourself.
Right.
You know, and then maybe after you beat it on easy...
In the way
damn it, Hatman, let me finish. And if you beat it on easy, then you might be interested in playing it on a higher level, etc., etc. That's why that's there. So that I don't think is a controversial statement.
Right.
Now go ahead. Sorry, I'm
Well,
very
beating it,
antsy today.
I know, I know. I mean, beating it on easy is still beating it the way that it was intended to be. You've experienced it the way that it was meant to be experienced. Whereas the bottom rung of this, of course, is like watching a let's play.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got, yep, easy mode, let's play. So Double Fine comes out. For those who don't know, Double Fine, it's the studio that developed Psychonauts and Psychonauts 2, which is dropping next month, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And they said if you beat Psychonauts 2 with the invincibility toggle on, you still beat Psychonauts 2.
No.
So, easy mode, God mode, let's play. God mode, literally just a step above watching a let's play. As in, this is the bare minimum of interaction you need to play a game. Bare fucking minimum. At this point, the only thing worse is watching the gameplay itself, like fucking Donkey Kong Country Returns with the Super Kong thing.
Yeah.
Watch the gameplay its fucking self. That you may as well be watching a let's play at that point. But of course, John Walker at Kotaku has to defend this because accessibility. Because everyone should be able to enjoy any game whatsoever. So we need stupid easy modes like this. Because accessibilities. Which is fucking bullshit. Demonstrable bullshit. We've seen blind people beat Ocarina of Time. We've seen quadriplegics play competitive level Counter-Strike. Quite literally, get fucking good.
In fact, it takes me back to a recent here on Twitch, oddly enough. Wheels, who is a Dayton Jones, is a placed second in the most recent big KI tournament that Maximilian hosted. Like Wheels has spinal muscular dystrophy atrophy type 2. And he placed second in that tournament. He's really fucking good.
Fucking impressive.
Yeah.
Fucking impressive.
And Killer Instinct is not that, like, high level KI is hard. Fucking hard.
Yeah. I am shit at Killer Instinct because I just cannot get the fucking combos down. I absolutely cannot. I will freely admit I am shit at Killer Instinct for that.
Yeah, Rocket brings up Broly legs too. Like there are people that are competing at the highest level of competitive fighting games that are disabled.
Yeah, well, and that would be a fucking crazy accomplishment for able-bodied people as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like I am in awe of that fucking skill. To do it as a disabled person, holy shit. So, like, this accessibility argument is demonstrable fucking bullshit. Like, if you cannot access, especially in the era where we have fucking let's plays, we have video walkthroughs. If you cannot muster the skill or don't want to play a game the way it was intended to be played, even on the easiest difficulty, if that is too much for you, looking at you, fucking Cuphead tutorial, then fucking watch a let's play. Let that be the way that you engage with it. Yes, you are going to lose the elements of the game which make it a game. But clearly, if you didn't want those in the first place, if you're advocating for being able to play it on God mode, what the fuck difference is it going to be if you watch a let's play video with a fucking controller in your hand pretending like you're pushing the buttons? Yeah. Not much of a fucking difference here. Not fucking much. Not everything has to be accessible to everybody. Sorry. Like it doesn't have to. Do fucking roller coasters have to slow the fuck down so pregnant women can fucking ride them? No, there's a goddamn warning before you get on. This is not difficult. It's like fucking spicy food too. Like, sorry, sometimes to get good flavor, like hentai hot sauce, for example, sometimes to get to those good flavors, you have to endure some shit. Not everything has to be made for everybody. My God.
Yeah, and that's what just kind of pisses me off. And for some experiences, like the difficulty is supposed to be part of it. The Souls games are a really good example of
Exactly.
that.
Oh, yes,
It's
absolutely.
actually part of the story as to why they're so hard.
Yeah,
So for there to be these sorts of arguments are just completely ignorant to the way that people interact with video games. I genuinely think that part of it is that some people who are games journalists don't like to see their friends get shamed for their low skill.
probably not. I would I would go one step beyond, and I would say the reason why you're seeing mostly games journalists advocate for this sort of thing is because it makes their jobs easier.
There's that too,
Because
yeah.
if they don't, yeah, if they do not have to play a game on any kind of difficulty whatsoever, if they can just go straight the fuck through it and not have to worry about skill level or anything, that makes their jobs a whole hell of a lot easier. Because 9 times out of 10 now, they're not reviewing the game for the gameplay qualities anymore. They're reviewing it for the narrative qualities because they want games to be treated like literature or like film, that kind of high art that they can critique using fucking critical theory, as opposed to traditional video game review.
Yeah. And you can analyze video game like literature, but
Oh yeah,
but at the end of the day,
absolutely.
and this is the one
But
thing
a
they don't
game is
seem to.
different from literature.
Yeah, well, this is the thing, and they don't seem to understand this. I actually don't think it's different. I think that it's different in the sense that it's more interactive, but
Well, yeah, that's
but
fine.
but but the thing is, gameplay is part of story, and that's something that a lot of people don't really seem to understand. Gameplay can drive story. Gameplay can be
Yep.
altered by story, things like that. That sort of thing needs to be experienced with your hands, you know,
Yeah,
and that is something that I think that they don't seem to understand. They
yeah,
seem they do to approach it too much like film or too much like books and things like that.
yeah,
It's like, no, you
absolutely.
cannot do that. You have to, absolutely have to touch this. And if you can't do it, I'm sorry, you don't belong in doing the job. There's a
Yeah,
reason that
yeah,
people
I
like.
agree.
There's a reason Twitch is so popular. And it's not just because of titties. Like Twitch is popular because there's a ton of great streamers out there who play these games and um you know are good at them, and you can get actually a good idea of what this game is going to be like played by somebody competent, whether or not you want to buy it. You
Yeah,
know,
absolutely.
so I really look forward to the day
I
that
think
these publications get completely substituted by streamers and YouTubers. Seriously.
yeah. I think there's something to be said too about VR games. Like that's absolutely an experience that you can't get any other way. You're not going to get that from watching a let's play. That is a very unique form of storytelling, to the
Yeah.
point where I still kind of hesitate, and I really just need to fuck off and play it already. I still kind of hesitate to play Resident Evil 7 because I wanted to play it in VR. I
Mm-hmm.
wanted that kind of immersion with it. And even just playing it with a controller, yes, there is something to be said about that immersion that you're not going to get watching someone else play or watching it on easy mode.
Yeah.
Yeah, may as well be watching it on fucking easy mode, God mode, what the hell ever. You're watching it. You're not playing it,
Yeah.
because that kind of, especially survival horror games in general, like you feel that That experience comes across a whole hell of a lot differently when the stakes are fucking high.
Exactly. I mean, it's sort of like going back through a Resident Evil game with the infinite rocket launcher. It's funny
Yeah,
because now the tables are turned, motherfucker. But
yeah,
it's not like that first playthrough. Like that tension
yeah,
and so it's just not there. You
yeah.
know, like
Well, it
different.
gets boring after a while too.
Exactly. So when it comes right down to it, I think that John Walker is a fuck and nobody should listen to him. Um,
Nope. Fuck
we
it.
yeah, fuck him.
Fuck them.
All right, we need to move through the next couple topics pretty quickly. Um, so apparently after Ta-Nehisi Coates has left Captain America, um, apparently the new Captain America writer, I don't know who it is also
Uh,
has Captain America hating the United States.
who is the new Captain America writer? That is a good question. Oh god damn it! No, no, it's not Christopher Cantwell that's doing this one. Uh, fuck it. Google is not helping me at all. So chat might want to help me. And no, this is yeah. Ta-Nehisi Coates' run has now ended, but apparently now there's a little bit of a continuance here. So the this Captain America is criticizing the concept of the American dream. Uh, Basically saying there are two American dreams, and one of them is the actual American dream that we tell immigrants about. That's accessible for everybody. That says that you can be whatever you want to be. That the foundations of this country are wonderfully libertarian and egalitarian and blah blah blah. And then there's the other one that's all xenophobic and whatnot. And it tells people that America is exceptional and that the foreigners are evil and shit. And the thing about dreams is that they're not real. And it's so clumsily written that it comes across as Captain America basically saying, yeah, the American dream is kind of bullshit. Which at this point I'm ready to fucking believe that's what the fucking author is saying here. Because for God's sake, that's what we got through Ta-Nehisi Coates' Captain America. That level of cynicism. This idea that Captain America of all fucking people, the ever optimist, is saying, well, maybe America was founded on some bullshit. It was never that great to begin with. This is not Captain America. It's fucking not. This is hopeless Cap. Hopeless Steve Rogers. He's not fucking Captain America without that fucking optimism.
He's Captain Nihilism.
Yeah, exactly. Christopher Cantwell is on it, by the way.
Mm.
So yeah, that is him. I thought he was doing United States of Captain America. Nope, he's apparently on the big book itself. It's a lie we tell ourselves. I mean, this is the guy who once said uh, without its ideals, America is nothing but a piece of trash. So then to go on and say that actually America is trash because of its ideals. I'm sorry, what? Did something get lost in translation here? Am I having a stroke? Just why? Why?
It's because Marvel keeps hiring people that are more interested in again making DNC pamphlets than they are making comic books. You know, like who are the
I mean,
people? Who are the people right now that would believe that? People who vote Democrat.
Yeah.
That's what this
Hell,
is. This
I would
is it's
I would
propaganda. This is not comic books.
I would argue even some people who do vote Democrat would be incensed by this shit, because this is at least some Democratic voters believe that there is something special about America, but that they want to make it better. There is that level of optimism there too. This is like just straight up anti-Americanism to the point of abolish the state. This is, dare I call it, some commie bullshit. And like I get it, because a lot of people are really pessimistic towards America right now, and have been for the last decade or two. It's been on a steady increase. But again, Captain America is the kind of person that will always answer yes when you ask him, do you have hope for the United States? And when you bring in people like Ta-Nehisi Coates, who fundamentally hate the things that America stands for, and that answer, do you have hope for America, changes to no, then that character is no longer Captain America.
Yeah.
You have erased one of the fundamental pillars of that character.
Essentially, these characters that you start seeing in Marvel Comics, they're not the characters of old. They are
No.
they're author inserts wearing skin suits of these characters.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking pathetic, and I hate it. I hate all of it. And I back Englewood. Like seriously. Like I'm
Back
not.
Englewood.
No, I'm not joking. Like like this is the sort of shit that I don't do in my books. This is the sort of shit that I do not do. This is why you should support me and not this other shit. Seriously, if you have not backed the book yet, the link is not in the description. Hardboiled, put it in the chat for me, please. And if you are overseas and you can't pay for the shipping, there is a digital option. It's a 66-page graphic novel. Well, very well worth the $25. And if you want a copy of the
Or
first,
if you missed the first one, we got, yeah. Well, there you go.
we have about what 10 physical for direct order, and then we can do digital as well.
We've got yeah. If you want the director's cut, I've got a pile of them. I got a pile of them right here from the Second Chance campaign.
Yeah,
we have leftovers.
We'll sell them to you for the same price that's on the campaign, which would be $20 plus shipping. You know, and then for the digital version of the floppy, I need to put a higher res version of that together. I'll give that to you for $8. You know, so which doesn't contain any of the bonus material. So yeah, There's like I would more than happy to get you that comic book and prove to you that I am not doing this sort of shit and that I am somebody that worth backing. We appreciate you guys, seriously. We are, by the way, on that campaign. We are just shy of 4K, I think.
We are at 3805 with 54 backers.
Yep.
10 days in.
So let's
25% of the way there. So good.
yeah, let's get that up to 4,000. You know, let's get there. No reason not to. So, yeah. Mata, just email Hatman if you want to get a copy of it. And which Hatman, what's your sleeveless one? Your sleeveless email?
Sleeveless@hatman.net.
Yep. Go ahead and
because I have not set up the sleevelesscomics.com email yet.
Yes. So
and yes, we do own that domain finally.
Yes. So go ahead and shoot Hatman an email. Like I said, I have to put together a higher res version of the digital. Basically, I just want to find the lettering files, and we need to do it that way because I think that what we had put it on was kind of lower res, so I want to do like a high res version.
Yeah.
That's super detailed. So yeah. Final topic for the day. So Chuck Dixon apparently talked manga. What was going on there, Hatman?
So Chuck Dixon, yeah, he basically gave out an explainer on his show, Ask Chuck Dixon, about why manga is doing better than Western comics. Basically said there's no variety among Marvel and DC because those are the big two, the ones that are going to sell the most books. Yeah, you've got Dark Horse and you've got fucking Image, but they're not going to have the same kind of numbers and same kind of reputation as Marvel and DC. They run the stores. But there's no variety. Whereas with manga, yes, there's variety. There is something for just about everybody. And there's a lot of passion amongst the creators. Everything is attractive, from stories, characters, artwork. There's enough variation to where anybody can find something and be satisfied with it. Whereas now in Western comics, like we said earlier, even the ones with the superheroes that you liked and you grew up with, they're not the same fucking people anymore. And on top of that, you're going to have politics shoved in your face at just about every avenue. With manga, if you do get a story that's got politics in it, it's not ham-fisted, and it makes sense. And it's actually, written intelligently. Unlike this ham-fisted fucking bullshit that we just talked about with Captain America. And of course, people are not fucking happy because, oh no, how dare anybody criticize Western comics? I feel kind of sad because, I think Chuck Dixon absolutely has the right to complain about the state of Western comics. And I think his analysis of, what we've got, what we're publishing, and what fucking Japan is publishing is spot on.
Yeah.
But dear fucking God, like how far up your own ass have you put your head that you are unwilling to see that Western comics are fucking falling apart by their own doing. Like it's not a cultural shift. The culture has pretty much, at least with comic readers, the culture's pretty much stayed the same. It's the writers who have changed. And as a result, now, yep, of course people aren't gonna fucking want to read this bullshit. Gotta get their fix fucking somehow. How in the hell does Japan manage to do what we fucking Americans can't? Japanese superiority once again.
Pretty much. All right, time to
Oh
get
man.
it's time to get to the Q&A. We're a little over time.
Yep. All
All
right.
right.
Extend
So,
Q&A a little bit, maybe.
yep. Not really. We're just a minute behind. All right. So Rias Khan
Okay.
wants to know, for entertainment, really enjoying Gunsword on Mecha Mondays, and I'm enjoying watching Trigun with my girl. Wondering if there's any other anime with a sci-fi western feel that the general public may have missed but are still good. Um,
Hmm.
I haven't watched any, honestly. So I don't know, to be truthful with you.
Trigon is like the only one that I'm aware of, so I I can't really help you there.
I mean, the closest I could think of that kind of has a similar framing but isn't really Western in its setting is Gungrave.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, it's really all I can think of. Let's see here. Servant wants to know, do we play modded Minecraft at all? If so, any you'd recommend? If not, would you ever? No, but I would consider it maybe at some point if I just needed a time sink game.
Um, I have not used a Minecraft mod, God, probably since 2012. Yeah, I played Minecraft a long fucking time, and that one was just the dinosaurs mod, which I'm fairly certain is not compatible with whatever the fuck version they're on now. Because if I remember correctly, that was a fucking mod for the beta. Uh, so that's all I can fucking give you. I've got nothing else there. I would play Minecraft again though, because I hear they have pandas now.
Interesting. Let's see here. Hardboiled asks, on the subject of video games, are there any new games not in a pre-established franchise that look promising to you at the moment? Well, one came out this year
Um,
that I wish I could play, but I'm not going to get the chance to for a while. It's Returnal.
hmm, yeah, I do. Um, the one that the one that looked most appealing to me coming out of the last couple of E3s was 12 minutes.
Yeah, that's another good one.
Yeah. So I am looking forward to that one.
What else we got? Melee Brawler says, what do we think about Super Sentai? Don't really care for it. I still need to watch Kamen Rider Black because somebody paid me to do it. But it's not like it's not something I'm going to go out of my way to watch when I'm bored. Like on things that I would pick to watch when I'm bored, it's pretty low. To be honest with you. It's just I feel like I've outgrown it.
Um, yeah, like most Americans, my first exposure to Super Sentai was through Power Rangers. But uh I was never a huge Power Rangers fan. And as a matter of fact, my friend and I watched the fucking Power Rangers movie featuring Ivan Ooze like several weeks back, and I was like, yeah, this is really shitty. Like I don't know why I don't know why I would enjoy anything remotely like this nowadays. But when it comes to Common Rider is just so fucking out there. It's funny. Like yeah, it's like Power Rangers in the or Super Sentai in the way of your costume fighting force, but it's got that stupid fucking humor to it that I just love that totally excuses it in my eyes. Whereas the alternative is just kind of cringe for me.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, not really something we're into. Um, SGD asks, what was the last video game you found yourself addicted to? He says, on that note, don't play Scarlet Nexus. I like you writing combat. Everybody else, then Micah, should buy it, though. Um, last game I got addicted to. Oh, God, it's been a while.
Um, does 2048 count as a video game? Probably, probably not, but that's the one that's coming to my fucking brain right now.
I will say that I tend to fiend for
Um,
some Sea of Thieves these days. But I'm a lot better at, like, controlling myself because I have shit to do.
hmm. Last video game I found myself addicted to. Um, I'll say Celeste for mine, which I've reviewed here before. I've talked about it before. Um, I went back, I don't remember when, and just replayed it so I could finish out my achievements and shit. And I think I was on my couch for like 4 hours straight, like refusing to get up until I had beaten so many fucking levels. That game is both annoying and rewarding.
There you go.
Got time for chat?
We have time for chat. We got 10 minutes. Okay.
All right.
Um, thoughts on the Steam Deck coming out from Mab? Um,
You mean the Switch Pro?
this, yeah, the actual Switch Pro. Um, I might get one. I'm not gonna lie. Might be nice to
It
just like
it
play
looks
some piece.
uncomfortable as shit.
Yeah, but it might be nice to play some of like my games in bed. Because it's like all I use
Yeah,
my Switch for.
yeah.
Crystal Hydra wants to know, writing D&D short stories about a team of Roman-style gladiators. My only inspiration is Shadow of Rome. Do you know any Roman entertainment I can use for inspiration? You're talking to the guy whose favorite movie is Gladiator. Gladiator.
Yes, Gladiator and HBO's Rome series,
Yeah.
which I think is like 2 or 3 seasons, so it's not even that long.
No.
Spartacus is another one. That's another good one.
Be prepared for lots of dicks.
Well, it's just accurate.
Yeah, but I'm just giving fair warning. Let's see here. Thoughts on Getter Robo Arc? Haven't watched it yet. Couldn't tell you. I haven't really made time for it. I might not watch it until the season's over. I don't know if they're doing multiple seasons or what's going on, so. Leonardo Wan says, name a character that is relatable but isn't human. For him, it's Hellboy. Garrus Vakarian.
I'm gonna give kind of a cheap answer and say the Arbiter, specifically Halo 2's Arbiter. His levels were the best in the game. I don't care what anyone says.
Yeah. Like when I went back and replayed that with Brainbox, it really was night and day. The Chief's missions were just kind of boring.
Yeah, Arbiter's story was so much better.
Let's see here. Psycho Ren wants to know thoughts on there being no Star Wars game announcements at EA Play this year. I was surprised by it. But then again, we did just get through COVID, so
yeah.
I probably shouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. I mean, what are we looking forward to Star Wars wise anyway?
Well,
I guess another Battlefront, but I'm not expecting.
No, I was going to say a sequel to Fallen Order.
A few years. Didn't Fallen Order just fucking drop 2 years ago?
Last year.
It was last year?
Mm-hmm.
No. November 15th, 2019. So it was just barely 2 years ago.
Yeah. So I'm surprised. It's probably in development, but I would think that because of.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. RPX wants to know what's my favorite scene in Devilman. It's a very good question. Favorite scene in Devilman. See, it's hard to pick one without spoiling it. So I'm gonna say that my favorite non-spoiler one is just the whole fight between Serene and Devilman. I love that whole thing. I don't even know if you can even get the translated volumes like I have behind me anymore. They might have been a limited release. Let me have a look. No, you can still get them, but there's not many in stock. Just, Volume 1, there's only 1 left, and then Volume 2, there's only 6 left over on Amazon, and both of them together cost you $60. Well, that's interesting. They've started translating Devilman Grimoire. I'll have to pick that up at some point. You've seen volumes at Books A Million? Pick it up. If you don't own it, like, get it. Like, Devilman is a classic. One of my biggest inspirations. What else you guys got for me? Oh, BM Tats wanted to know what version of Super Robot Wars 30 are you getting, Steam version or on console? Probably the Steam version, I would think. Though I'm not super hyped about this upcoming Super Robot Wars. Like, it's not really... I still maintain that the roster is weak. And, the player characters look like you went onto Code Vein, onto the character creator and just hit random. And the new Huckbine with the 3 X's across its V fin. Hey man, when you see 3 X's, what do you think of? What's the first thing that springs to mind?
When I see 3 X's
in a row.
Porno.
Yeah. Okay, so Ninja Toe, that's for you. Like, nobody thinks 30. So I have
No.
so the
And
new
nobody thinks booze either.
Yeah. So the new Huckbine for this game, I call it the Prawnbine. Because it's got 3 X's on its V fin. So yeah, not really looking forward to it. I'll probably play it because people will want me to, but I'm not that hyped about it. And then finally, RPX wants to know, when is the next part of 3 Nights 4 Days coming out? Waiting on Preston and Oliver, basically. I'm hoping that once Preston is finished with 6 Gun, he'll want to do it. In which case, I'll throw him some cash to do a few sample pages and stuff like that. And then from there, we'll get rolling with it. Because I want to get it done. Because the first book came out amazing. So. Alright, folks. That is the end of the shows for this week. I'm going to go ahead and take off and rest for the rest of the evening. Because like I said, as you've seen, I'm a fucking grump. So, I've had a very bad day today. And, yeah. I'm just going to go rest and be away from people for a bit. Because, fuck. People have very much let me down today. So, I do appreciate you all hanging out, though. So, Hatman, any final words?
I got nothing.
Fair enough. Well, my name is Micah Curtis.
And I'm Alex Baldwin, and I'm going to go pack up some more books.
And, yeah, you better. We'll see you guys soon. Back Englewood. Seriously, back Englewood. It'll make my day better. We'll see you guys next week.